JP poll, week 15. It is dropped. 15 weeks I have told you, these are not rankings, these are power ratings. But I especially need to tell you, because the playoff rankings are out right now, the order you're about to see these teams in no shape, form, or fashion, is reflective of how I think the rankings should look. I can't stress that enough. There are two very, very glaring examples here of why I can't stress that enough. All this is, I'm about to show you, is the model data spat out in the order of who it would favor against who on a neutral field. Have we been clear? I think we've been clear all year. Let's take a look. Missouri is there at number 20. Eli Drinkwitz will be relieved to know that he finished the season in the top 20 of the JP poll. And frankly, I don't know what more he could ask for. A few more wins? But outside of that, let's not be selfish, okay? Got your contract extended, you're making $500 million a year, and you're a top 20 JP poll team. Merry Christmas. Penn State is at 19. I want to pause here for a second. Obviously, Penn State's not ranked in the top 20, nor should they be. But power ratings-wise, and I have confirmed this with FanDuel, this is worth a paper pop. No matter who wins the ACC championship game Saturday, whether it's Duke or whether it's Virginia, FanDuel would favor Penn State by more than a field goal over either one of those teams. Do with that whatever you will. Iowa, number 18. Tennessee State at 17. Brigham Young's at 16. I'm telling you, man, you look at that and you think, oh, Brigham Young, man, they're only 16th. It's a huge deal for them to be this high because their talent roster doesn't compare with some of these other teams. Just like Indiana. I'll show you, I'll just go ahead and spoiler alert it for you. They're all the way at number 2. It's a huge deal that these non-blue blood, non-perennial top 5, top 10 recruiting teams are this high. It's also a little reflection of where the sport is right now, a little bit of the flattening of the sport. Let's go top 15. USC at number 15. Lincoln Riley, there you go. Stood up on the podium there, held the sword in his hand, led the band. Number 15 in the JP poll. Vandy at number 14, really kind of similar to where they are in the college football playoff rankings. Utah 13, OU 12, Miami's 11. All right. Hey, guys, do me one favor. Check and see if you're subscribed to the channel. If you are, great. If you're not, it's that easy. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't sign you up for anything. It just helps us do the show this way forever. All right, back to the clip. Look at who's number 10. Texas is number 10. This is where I need to stop for a second, and I need to remind everyone, at least one more time, this in no way is reflective of what I think the rankings should look like, because I don't think Texas should be number 10 in the rankings. But from a power ratings standpoint, they absolutely would be favored against Brigham Young or who else, Jesse? Certainly against either of the ACC teams. They'd be favored by half a mile against the G5 teams. So, yes, Texas still respected by the odds makers. No, that shouldn't matter when it comes to fielding the playoff. Texas Tech is number 9. Alabama's number 8. Ole Miss 7. Notre Dame 6. So the model, it's been high on Notre Dame all year. We have never had Notre Dame, I think, outside of like the top 8 or so, maybe 9. And that's even when they were 0-2. So, I mean, model's been rock steady on Notre Dame all year. Top 5, Oregon at 5. A&M at 4. I'm going to pull something up on the laptop here right quick. Georgia's 3. Indiana's 2. They did flip, Indiana and Georgia. And Ohio State's 1. Just to give you an idea of the gap between these teams right now. It will not shock you to learn that Ohio State is, they have re-established the gap between themselves and Indiana. There is right about a 4.5 point gap, which is reflected perfectly in the FanDuel odds this week. But with Georgia, add about another point there. And then you go down to Texas A&M, add about another 2 points. And then the gap between Oregon right now and Ohio State would be 8.5 points, according to the model. So again, make of that what you will. The gap between Ohio State at number 1 and let's just say Missouri, fairly sizable, like 16 points, 15 points, something like that. And as soon as I put that number out, I think I'd get a lot of action on Ohio State minus. You could do that in Missouri right now, you know. Missouri, breaking news, FanDuel is live in Missouri. Now, I offered you guys special offer, all the back half of last month, I told you, go sign up advanced in Missouri, and come December 1st, you can bet $5 and get $400 in bonus bets. Well, that came and went. That's the bad news. The good news is, if you live there in Missouri and you're just now ready to sign up, that's okay. I can still get you a bunch of free money. I just can't get you $400. What I can do if you bet $5 is get you $300 in bonus bets. Now, the other good bit of news is it doesn't even matter if your $5 bet wins or loses, you still get the $300 in bonus bets. Best I can do. Best I can do. The exclusive odds provider of Pate State. They will be on hand there for our live show down in Atlanta Thursday night. They're watching in Gary, Indiana. They're watching in Joplin, Missouri. One more. Look at that. Look at that. Whomst amongst us would have thought that 500,000 subscribers would happen while we were live on air? We would. We would. So I got to take this opportunity to say thank you to you guys. There are a lot of really special things happening with our show right now. A lot of things that candidly, and I don't want to get into people hating on stuff or people doubting stuff, but there were people within the last decade that thought it was one of the most foolish things in the world to leave certainty to tread into uncertain waters, and that being trying to make a living in digital media, in alternative media, especially if you're just going to go talk about college football. Now, the reason that I was so steadfast that this would work was because I am one of you guys. I am of the college football diehard audience, and I knew I wasn't being served. I looked around on radio, on TV. I didn't really have what I wanted, and I knew I wasn't alone. All my buddies felt the same way. So let's go do it. Let's stop, instead of complaining about it, let's go offer it. The market offers us the ability to do that now. Overhead and distribution are not barriers anymore. And so now if you think you got what it takes, go try your hand at podcasting. Go try your hand on YouTube. And we did. And man, the show has exploded to the point where we get to call our shots. We get to own our IP. We get to own the show. And I say we intentionally because it's not me. It's the staff. It's you guys, though. It's your show. We don't exist without you. So I know some people say that sometimes because the teleprompter tells them to say it. We don't own a teleprompter. So I appreciate you guys, man. We got a lot of special stuff happening right now. We've had some pretty big meetings lately that are directly tied to the success of this show. That's just numerical evidence of it, but the evidence is all around. So you let us do what we love to do for a living. I really appreciate it. And in turn, we get to deliver to you exactly what you want, which is sort of a college football show that's free of like any kind of corporate interference. No one ever walks in and dictates what we have to say. There is no league that we have to have allegiance to or network that we have to have allegiance to. I mean, we got great partnerships, but it's our show. And you guys have made sure that it can remain that way. And to anyone out there that is toying with the idea of doing this and may be intimidated because the market's too saturated. Market's not too saturated. If you love what you do and you can dedicate yourself to it and you have a minimum baseline of God-given ability, talent is very overrated actually in this case. If you just got the minimum, just go do it. You can actually change your life in the process. I know because you've helped me change mine and change the staff's. And look, I know that's a really, really lofty number. I will tell you we have only just begun on that front. Can really fundamentally alter the way that college football is discussed and covered because that's in the process of happening now.